On ti konse m'a ban nou, gade, pou tout moun kap ekri yon bak video yo pou di, oh, gade jan blan li alez nan peyi, moun baka alez nan peyi. Ok, gen anpe nan nou ki pa mèm konen ki kote msoti, sa e, asime wap asime. E pi dezim nan, gen anpe nan nou kap ekri sa, e pi ou nan peyi mpon wap di sa. So, sa, m'a mette la pa, e pi gen yon lot baka yo kon di, oh, li kou li sot nan peyi pou li vin Haiti, pou li viv gratis. Oh, ou jan mwen konen an moun ki viv Haiti ou bien Saint-Domingue ou bien États-Unis ou bien en Chine gratis, qui pas jamais payer rien. Montre une façon pour vivre gratis, s'il vous plaît, parce que moi-même, je boucle avec tout le monde besoin de payer. Si vous connaissez. Mais on petit conseil, maintenant, c'est, regardez, avant ou ouvrir bouche ou pour parler de un bagage ou pas connaître, just faire un petit penser avant, parce que là où écrit bagage ça, tout le monde a regardé l'aide, ou paraît comme un monde qui sans éducation, qui est ignorant, so. Mais merci beaucoup.
I'm going to answer you now. First of all, let me answer this question for you. You posed the question, you said that we don't know where you're from. Yes, we do know where you're from. You are Caucasian, correct? That's all we need to know about you. You're Caucasian. Caucasians, we know where they're from. Not all Haitians are ignorant of facts and history. Some of us understand the world history and we know who you are, okay? Based on the statements that you made in this video, you stated that, quote, why are we asking you why you in Haiti when we ourselves, we are in your country? We are in your country because you created conditions in Haiti. You created the conditions so that we have to come to your country. Do you understand? So if you created the conditions for us to come to your country, it's within our rights to come to your country and stay in your country. That's right. Now, if you don't want us to be in your country, there's an easy fix. You have to pay us all the debt that you owe us. Your ancestors, as you know, in 1915, they went into our gold reserve and they took our gold reserve. They went into our bank. They took all the money we had in our bank and they brought it to their bank, in the Citibank in New York. So you have to pay us that money back. Pay us everything you owe us, and then we won't be in your country. And we have every right to ask you, why are you in Haiti? You know why we have every right to ask you that? Because first of all, we do not go to your country and create conditions for you to leave and go to Haiti. We do not persecute you where you are. So it's within your own free will that you go to Haiti. Unlike us, where we are persecuted and you create the conditions for us to come here, to your country. Now, not all Haitians do not know these facts. Okay? Not all Haitians are ignorant of these facts. I have every right to ask you, why are you in Haiti? Because your ancestors have a history of pillaging. Your ancestors are gangs and assassins. So that's why we have to ask you. Because every time we see you, we know what's going on. You after something. Because that's your MO. That's the MO of your ancestors. It's unfortunate that a lot of Haitians don't understand your manipulations. That's why when they come to the US or Canada or France or whatever country, they come and they start feeling guilty. They feel guilty or they feel like you've doing them a favor. Even though before we come, you've already established which status we're going to have. Are we going to apply for political asylum, or are we going to apply for some other programs? You've already established these programs. You established these programs because you know what you've done in our country. You know you've created conditions that's going to make us have to leave. That's why you created these programs. And unfortunately, sometimes some of us are even downright manipulated. We come, we apply for the damn program, and you play with us. You know, you don't want to give us our status as if you're doing us a favor. And some of us sometimes even go around and trying to do, whatever means. We go by whatever means we have to get in order to get our legal status. And once we get it, we think, oh, we did something great, we got it. That's why you always come out as the good guy, the good white man, who allowed me to come to his country so I can have success. Meanwhile, you're the one who created the conditions in my country for me to come here. I would have lived a much better life in my country. Why would I come to this hellhole? Huh? Why would I come to your 15-degree weather? Why would I come to that when I have plenty of sunshine? Plenty of sunshine, plenty of warm weather. Why would I come to your country? I wouldn't come to your country. You want to come to my country because there's something there you want. There's a lot there you want. But there's nothing in your country that can do me good. There's nothing. And you know that. But this is the manipulation. This is how you go walk around manipulating some people so that you can walk around as the good guy. You can walk around after you've done so much evil in the world. After you've done so much evil, you can still walk around safe around certain people as the good guy. Because you know how to manipulate them, how to psychically manipulate them. Make them think they come to your country, you did something good for them, okay? Meanwhile, they forget that you are the one who put them in that predicament to begin with. So, no, you do not have any right to be in Haiti. You don't. You do not have any right. Because your MO is plundering resources, pillaging, and stealing. That's your MO. Anytime you guys are around, you're about to steal something. That's your MO. So that is why we asked you, what are you doing there? Because we have not created any conditions for you to come there. So on what grounds are you there? That's the question. And we have every right to ask that question because we have not given you any reason to come to Haiti. Unlike you've given us reasons to come to your country. So that's a legitimate question. Why are you there? But you cannot ask me that question because you already know the answer to that, don't you? You already know that your ancestors created the conditions for me to be here. And that's why I'm here. And if you don't want me to be here, there's an easy fix. Pay up everything you owe us as a country. And then we'll leave you alone. Then we'll leave your country. But until then, don't ask us why we're here.